Yeah.
Something about seeing day 70 is just like,
Reminds me
wait,
of something.
what the fuck? Hello! We're right on time today. I've been super great at that the last few days. Day 70. No nudist speech. But yeah. We have Rain with us right at the start. And I want to wait for them for stretches. Hi, Pixel. Oh, my eyebrow itches. Why does my eyebrow itch? Hi, Tech. How are you this morning? I woke up fucking panicked. I had a good sleep, got all the sleep I needed, and then I woke up, and Tuesday is when I take like the garbage cans out. And so I woke up, and I was like, hi, Gail. I woke up, and I started like getting a glass of water, and I just did this like, oh, I need to go do that real quick. Tuesday, innit? Yeah, Tuesday I'm supposed to take them out. Today's Wednesday, and the garbage trucks actually come. And so it was 7 a.m., so it was like plenty of time. They don't come till like noon at the earliest. But it was just a moment of panic. So I was just like, oh no. What'll be really funny is my parents will be gone next week. They'll just be out of town for a month, and I have the house to myself. Hi, Smug. I probably won't even need to take the garbage cans out because I just put so little in them. I literally eat like one little frozen meal a day, if that, and that's my trash, right? And so by the end of the week, it's like 1/5, 1/7 full. Hi, Sen. I got sent the little thing to add stuff to yours, and I got really confused on it, so I kind of just didn't. And then I saw what other people were doing. I was like, oh, that's what I'm just dumb. But I hope you had a great birthday. I liked it. I found it funny that you knew exactly what was going to happen. That, Jack was like, you know, and you're like, yeah, I know. But that was a good time. Party at Eulens? I don't know about a party at Eulens. They do have Ring cameras, so I think it'd be like, they're leaving, I think, Sunday, and then the next day, like, 7 cars show up there in their driveway. They're gonna be calling me like, hey, Eulen, what the fuck? It's something the art community does to each other. I didn't know that. That's really cool. That was awesome. The smuggest of bugs. True. Rain.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for stretches?
Hi. Well, I'm just gonna start working then.
No, you have to stretch first.
Do you?
You should. And there's no, like... It can only go well for you to stretch, right? Now, I kind of agree that in walking...
True.
There's only 2 stretches that feel like they really matter. Which are the last 2, which is, the one where you bend down. And then the big one is this one. Because this one, like, literally loosens up your muscles in your legs. Ring cameras ruin everything. I don't really like Ring cameras. Hi, Air. I learned a little while ago that police just have access to Ring cameras. And that's unsettling. Yeah, see, like this one, Ring? This feels totally useless for a walking stream. But why not?
Mm-hmm. Gale, you dork.
Oh. Yeah, I just go through the ring fit stretches because I don't know. Those always felt good. Oh. I was watching Stafair this morning, and they were in the Banjo-Kazooie map that I ran last week. Hi Zay, hi Lost One.
Hi, Zayna.
And I was just like,
Hi, Lost.
my morning was full of Banjo-Kazooie music, and that's a good time. Oh. I almost fell. But we didn't fall. So we're golden. Before stream, my rug in my room has been like scrunching up because the stuff on the edges of it, I guess, has just been moving a little. So I was like, oh, before stream, I'll straighten this out. But that meant lifting up my beanbag and pulling the corner of the rug out. And lifting the beanbag was so difficult that when I finally got it done, I was like, oh, I'm tired. Maybe I don't stream today. I'm exhausted. You were told that that specific arm stretch isn't that good for you because it closes your shoulder joints instead of opening them? Oh. What would be a good shoulder stretch then? Because I used to do this one where I like pull them like this, and it just doesn't feel like it does anything. Whereas when I do this one, I can get like a pop sometimes. I've also liked doing it where you cross your arms and you kind of like push against each other. You push against your elbows with your other elbow, and that kind of like pulls your shoulder plates against each other or away from each other. You restarted your PC and it is working better today? Good.
Imagine not restarting your PC every day.
You restart it every day?
I shut it down during the night.
Okay, but not like a specific restart though.
No, just like shut it down.
Okay. Fun fact, if you restart your PC, it turns off. If you shut it down, it doesn't fully turn off. It's ass backwards.
Unless you disable hibernate mode.
True.
Because then Windows doesn't do the, oh, we're gonna save some shit
in
between.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you use the shutdown command with the parameter -f for force.
I leave it on every night.
Also don't.
I had a bug with restarting where it would just get stuck in the restart loop. It just like couldn't complete it, and I had to like hold down the off button to get it to restart while I'm walking through. Yeah.
Oh.
And so.
Oh no, I'm getting isekai'd.
I kind of just stopped turning it off at night. Oh, you know what else it was? I also just started watching videos with Core, and so it would just be on when I fell asleep. The other thing, I just remembered the other big reason why I always leave it on at night. I leave it on streams so that I can collect channel points at night. Hi, Juice. Hi, Space Fish. Okay, you put your palm on the wall behind you and push the wall side shoulder outwards. Oh. I'm not sure I fully understand that. Yeah, so Lost One and I were going to play Baldur's Gate yesterday. We got to Baldur's Gate, and then his computer just lit on fire and could not handle all the new stuff. And so I ended up recording a WoW video. A bunch of people were in the Discord with me. It was a fun time. Why would Yulin do this? What did I do? What have I done? Oh, I want a drink.
That early?
It's not so much that I needed a drink. I just think it's good to gradually drink. Burning found one's PC.
Sure.
Hi, Winter.
Hi.
Winter said something in a group chat this morning that I was like, thank you, Winter. I appreciate this, Winter. Now I can't remember what it is. It was probably about something like, someone said touch grass, and I was like, never. I'm here to shake ass, not touch grass. And then Winter complimented my butt or something. I don't know. Yeah. You'd rather my ass than grass. Hell yeah. Oh my god. My dad goes into the basement now and then when I'm streaming, and he hears some of the stuff I say. And so he's heard me say hell yeah a few times. And so we were eating dinner the other day. And he's like, did you like it? I was like, yeah, it was really good. And he's like, would you give it a hell yeah? And I was like, oh god. Oh boy.
Nice.
I wanted to fucking... I wanted to disappear. I wanted to Isekara right there. Would you? I would. It was a very good steak. It was a plate steak that was massive. It was a bone-in... Shit, what was it? Forgetting what it was. I don't want to say tri-tip, but I'm forgetting. This area is the Cursed Shore. This is the last video I have of Guild Wars 2 until Full helps me make more. There's 2 more zones to make in base. Then I gotta hit all the expansions. I'm ready to be fucking done with Guild Wars 2 for a while, so... I've been making WoW videos. I was looking at Final Fantasy. This morning I was like, what does it look like when I use the sneak ability as a botanist to go through a zone undetected? And I learned you get these giant fucking orbs hovering around you that don't disappear when you go into first person mode. And it was like, oh, this kind of ruins the video. Thankfully, there's a mod for that. And so I've never downloaded mods for Final Fantasy. I need to download this Gathering Sneak Hidden mod. And then I'll be able to start recording these. And that shouldn't be too hard. I was looking it up if there's a way in the game to hide them. You can turn off effects for yourself? No, if you can turn off effects for yourself, then I'll just do that. But I was like looking up, can I turn off effects? And I wasn't seeing that you could do that. I was just seeing people complain about it. I was like, I came across one thread and this guy was like, I love fishing. It is the best thing about this game. Unironically, the sanctity of fishing is the most important feature of Final Fantasy. Everything else is heresy in comparison. And then they add these fucking sneak orbs. And I was like, dude, chill, calm down. Yeah. All the gatherers fucking hate the sneak orbs. And they were like, I want these to go away. And it didn't seem like they had a way to make them go away. They just turn it off. And people were like, in what scenario is it beneficial to turn these off from a gameplay standpoint. Because you'd never want an enemy attacking you. So, like, why do you have the ability to turn these off other than to hide how ugly they are? I just want them to go away. And people were arguing about that. But if I can just hide spell effects and not see them, yeah, I'll just do that. If I can't, there's a mod for it. Gatherers used to be able to join fights early on. I think it's vestigial. I feel like I need that explained a little bit more for how it's beneficial. Hi, Ramus.
Oh.
Yeah, Truck-kun. That golem just came out of nowhere. Hi, Shere Khan.
Hi. And where is Icy when you need him?
There goes another golem. The thing is, there's an event about to spawn in this tunnel. And so Full Metal Ratchet is like running ahead and killing the spiders. Or like checking what's ahead. But he runs too far ahead. Not that I can blame for this, because like, how the hell would you know? Suddenly there's just an event and there's like 10 spiders on me. I'm like, wait, Full, come back! Yeah, this zone and the 2 zones connected to it, it's like this whole human nation that just sunk under the water. So you have all this like old ancient temples and architecture, and then it just came back with like coral and shit on it. And all the people that died, however long ago it sunk, just got turned into zombies. This looks like the Cursed Shore Tunnel. That's exactly what it is, Shere Khan. This is the Cursed Shore Tunnel. Wait, this is spiders? Oh no. Yeah, so like right now, I have a spider on me that webbed me and rooted me. That was why we stopped there. And I probably could have just restarted the video, not dealt with the spiders, but I think I was trying to knock out as many of these videos as I could. Well, I was like, Full, I need your help making 5 videos. And I wanted to bang them out just all in one day. Should have done a jump cut. Oh my god, Gale. No. We can handle standing still for 3 seconds. F this, you're on small screen.
Standing still. It's next to immersion broken.
I know. Here's the thing. I used to care too much about every little thing. And I feel like for the vast majority of people, these videos are like background noise and like visual, or they're the background of my stream and we can joke about them, right? Like if they're seeing them on my stream, which is where the vast majority of people see them, they're here mainly for my voice. Then they're here for like the visuals of me walking and whoever I have with me. Then they're here for the music of the video in the background. And then like under all of that, they care about what's happening in the background. And so I used to care so much. I used to be like, oh, I turned too fast. I moved my mouse too fast. We got to go back. I just lost 37 minutes. And now I'm just like, I do not have the time of day to do that. I cannot do 12 takes to get a 2-hour video that takes 3 days to record. I need to just... It's so minor, some of these things. There's some things where, like, I don't like going back. And so if I take a wrong turn, I'll reset. But if I get rooted by a spider, fuck it, I'll stand still for 3 seconds. No, error. I don't take it as blame at all. And if you don't like spiders, fuck it, yeah. The spiders are gone now. If you wanna come back, there shouldn't be any more spiders. I also understand that. I used to be fucking horrified of spiders. You know what helped my spider fear, my arachnophobia? I watched the anime that time I reincarnated as a spider. I don't know why. Yeah, there it is.
Oh god.
I don't know why, but That just got me over my fear of spiders. I'm so much less afraid of them now. You know, I told you there shouldn't be any more spiders, but there could still be some in the zone. If you give it like 10 more minutes, there definitely won't be spiders. That show is so nice. Was it not the Nerscylla that made you get over it? No. No, the Nerscylla probably made it worse. I probably had nightmares of Nerscylla Gale. What got me over it was that Kuroko, whatever her name is, was just kind of cute with how she saw herself as a spider. And then like episode 7 or something, you see what she actually looks like, and it's horrifying. And if I had seen that from episode 1, I'd have been like, oh god, no. But because she's such a goofball, I was like, she's just a little goofball. She's a spider. I love that show. That show is a good time. I put on my raincoat for the rain, and it like stopped raining immediately. So, Error. There's a game I really love called Satisfactory. And in this game, they have these things that aren't technically spiders, but they're like, because you're on an alien world, they're kind of similar to spiders. And they have an arachnophobia mode. They have 2 arachnophobia modes. The first one replaces all the spider aliens with PNGs of cats. High exhibits. And something about the cats... Something about these PNGs of cats is just as bad, because they're making all the spider noises. But they also just have a, like, no spiders. Just eradicate all the spiders from the planet mode. Hi, Stinky, you lurk making breakfast. I am not stinky yet, we've only just started. Spider adjacent.
Yeah, give it like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, with Monster Hunter spiders, there's Nerscylla and Rachna Kadashi. And Rachna doesn't bother me that much. Hi, Global. Rachna doesn't feel like a spider for some reason. It feels, I don't know, like a bug? But like, I don't know. It's too much webs and not enough I don't know. I don't know why I'm not that. Maybe because I just saw Rachna after that time I reincarnated as a spider. Nerscylla fucking freaks the shit out of me. And maybe it won't if they bring it back in a mainline game and I see it on a big screen. Something about a spider with a wasp stinger is just like, how dare you? If I ever get to play that, I'm gonna go with a nuke 'em off the planet mode. Yeah, Error. That is, if you don't like spiders, and you're not like trying to overcome your fear of spiders, just nuke them. Just get them out of here.
It's a Flammenwerfer. Or maybe not.
Where is this window? There it is. I need to check something. Okay. We're golden. Rachna is covered in webs so you don't see the spider shape proper. Nerscylla just has the skin of another monster. I don't... You know what it might have been Gale. Rachna Kadashi was the first monster I really struggled with in Rise, because I was playing Kinsect. I was playing a speed bug Kinsect. So every 6 seconds, the bug does like 5x damage. And it doesn't scale with attack. It only scales with Kinsect level on your Kinsect glaive. And so, in low rank, that's crazy strong. Because like when you're going through the game, you're not going to have 7/7 attack. You're not going to have 100% affinity. You're not going to have affinity damage up. And so things that don't scale with other stuff, like Gunlance shelling or Kinsect damage, are really, really strong. And what I was doing was I was just putting pheromones on the head of every monster. And every 6 seconds, I'd shoot out the bug, poke them 2 or 3 times, waiting for that 6 seconds, and then do it again. I would stun every monster like every 2 minutes. And I was just shredding them. But the problem with Rachna Kadachi is that he has his head in, and he has his 2 arms, like, on either side of his head. And so, like, you can't fucking hit his head. It's hard enough to get pheromones on it. But even if you do get pheromones on it, he just blocks the bug. And so I was absolutely struggling to fucking kill this guy. Not struggling, but it took me a long time. Normally I was killing monsters in like 5 to 10 minutes. This guy took me 35 or something like that. I was like, oh, I hate this guy. So I think I might have been more concerned with just how frustrated I was hitting this guy's head and not stunning him than I was with, like, being afraid of a spider. You played Metro Exodus. It had a bunker full of motorcycle-sized spiders. Took me a week to get through like 30 to 45 minutes of the game. That fucking sucks. I was very interested in the game Grounded Air. Grounded looks so fun, because it just looks like Wrath, but you're Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in the backyard. And then I saw that there was giant spiders, and it was like, hey, wow, I don't want to play this anymore. This looks fucking awful. It has an arachnophobia mode? Okay. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game? Yeah. I've been watching Addie and Benny play it. Although I think they're done with their playthrough of it, but every now and then I'd tune in, and I'd see Addie, like, he's got his spear, and he's fucking fighting a giant spider. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. You make the spiders just a floating blob? Good. Anyway, this is the Cursed Shore. Another zombie zone in Guild Wars 2. We're gonna go in this little fortress right here. And then we'll be done. Fortress encampment. It's not really much of a fortress. Though it is a spider, so you can choose how much less spider you want it to be. You hate spiders, but arachnophobia mode feels like they ruined the game to me. I can understand that. I honestly forgot I had my tracker on my left hip. I feel like the tracking looks exactly the same. This is with a extra pizzazz in the hip sway. If I do it like this. Oh my god, I would get so tired so fast doing that. Hi, Glenn. Stormsong Valley. God, we haven't done this in like weeks. You hate spiders, but arachnophobia mode. Oh, I heard that as Gale saying that earlier. Because of the color. If it makes the something else, yes. If it gets rid of them, maybe not. Yeah. I know, I'm completely fine with removing them from Satisfactory, because the point of Satisfactory is building shit. A very, very small part of the game is going into the caves and seeing spiders crawl along the walls. Doesn't remove them, just remove some features from them. Looks better to you? Well, good. Hi, King Dragon. The point of Satisfactory is killing all the wildlife? No, it's not. But for Metro games, they need to be there, although you hate them? Ugh. Grounded, like, that's the main part, so I feel like removing them is removing a core part of the game. Yeah, but they're really fucking scary, okay? Like, there's a scale. Like, how pivotal is it to the game and how scary they are? If they're really fucking scary, I don't care how important it is to the game. Fuck you. That's mean. You don't have to play the game? I wasn't gonna. But if I did, those spiders are fucking gone. Or at least it isn't a certain game, forgot the name, where if you turned arachnophobia mode on and off, it doubles the amount of... Who the fuck did that? Oh my god, that's sadistic! The floating blobs are more scary than the spiders? That's so fucked up to double the spiders. I'm a lot less scared of floating blobs. Even though, like, slime monsters are potentially way scarier than spiders, because, like, in some media, a slime monster is, like, just pure acid. And so, like, if you touch it, it's sticky and you can't get out of it, so you get sucked into it, you suffocate, and then you disintegrate. Or you're able to keep your head above it, you just melt inside of it. That shit sounds absolutely horrifying. But, I don't know, I feel like I'd rather deal... Oh, that guy's just fucking disappeared into the void. I feel like I'd rather deal with slime monsters than spiders. Also, like, you know, that's like the worst interpretation of slime monsters. The best interpretation of slime monsters is they only melt your clothes, and then they want to, like, lay slime eggs in you or something. And that sounds fucking great. It was a bug and it's stacked? Yeah, bug. Okay. You could win versus slime? My first ever D&D TPK. I don't know what a TPK is. Is that like Team Party Kill? Give me the acronym. Was to be a gelatinous cube where we died like that. Or was to a gelatinous cube where we died like that. Party wipe? Yeah. Dying to a, like, worst interpretation of a slime monster sounds horrendous. Just melting or suffocating. Oh, God. But hentai slime monsters, hey, let's fucking go.
Up.
I never watched, interspecies reviewers, but I've seen that slime scene a lot. Just like tentacles. Total party kill. I see. A lot? Yeah, a lot. It gets posted on the Monster Girl subreddit. Every now and then I come across it on Rule 34. Yeah, repeated events. You come across it and you're like, hey, this is good. We can watch it again. Are you saying you don't? I'm confused, Pixel. One thing that's so weird about these streams is that I'm starting to have memories specifically connected to walking in certain areas of the maps. And so, like, here, I think of, like, week 2 or something where Core, she didn't raid me, but she put a notification in her Discord that was like, Yulin streaming, don't tell him. And so a bunch of people came in, and I was like, there wasn't a raid message. But there's a lot of new people coming in, so Core did something. And I remember we got up here, and I was like, hey, everybody, look, it's Addy. And I just vividly remember that from, like, a month and a half ago. Every time I go through this section of this map. Of course she did. Clever. Hi, Rook. Just taking notes. I'm not taking notes. I'm just watching for the show. There's no notes at all. There's just like, hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Look, everybody, it's Addy. Or Addy's family, because Addy's way cuter than that. They, like, clearly didn't put much effort into this model. And just upscale it, because they didn't put much effort into it, because it's supposed to be, like, a tiny rat model. And then they're just like, hey, we got a rat model, upscale it. And you're like, oh god, I can see the 3 polygons on its back structure. No notes, only facts. Here's something about MMOs. Final Fantasy is on a downturn right now. So basically, an expansion comes out, it spikes in popularity, and then it kind of wobbles with patches, and then after the last major patch, waiting for the expansion, the last like 1 or 2 patches don't get much attention, because people will be like, I could go play them, I could also just wait for the expansion. And so right now, the player base for Final Fantasy XIV is kind of like just sinking. And there's a ton of content creators out there going, the game is dying! And it's like, are you new here? Do you not know how this works? The expansion's gonna come out and literally they're all gonna come back. Did you know that the Lady Dimitrescu ass has more polygons than the entirety of Resident Evil? Hold on. I knew that about Nier Automata with 2B's ass. I didn't know Dimitrescu's ass had that many polygons. Probably moved from WoW. Some of them are just milking it, like this happens every expansion. Yeah, more polygons than Ocarina of Time. Yeah, it's just like, so they're all posting this graph, and like, people are saying, what is it, Dawnwalker or Dawn Trader? It's Dawn something. The expansion is going to be like the beginning of the end for Final Fantasy, and it won't be as big as Endwalker. And it probably won't be. Dawn Trail? Okay. Endwalker had a bit of a like perfect storm situation, where it was like, 1, the pandemic happened, and 2, the Blizzard drama happened. And so Final Fantasy XIV was in this like perfect position, perfect storm, to spike in popularity. It was also the culmination of a long series of events through the expansions, whereas Dawn Trail is like, hey, we're not doing like a full reset, but we're kind of like, starting a new story. And so in my mind, there's no way Dawn Trail is as big as Endwalker was. It's just like, it can't be. If it is, fucking great, fucking fantastic. But it's not going to be a failure. It's absolutely going to be a success, and most people are going to come back and play it. But people are just like, look at this graph. You can see the numbers going up, and they have dips right before expansions, but they're going up. Now look at the size of this dip. And it's like, yeah? Did you forget the pandemic happened? Did you forget, like, there was a huge exodus of WoW players because Blizzard stole breast milk? Like, duh?
What?
Do you know about this, Rain?
God. No.
So,
That passed by me.
so a ton of, like, sexual harassment lawsuits came out against Blizzard. And it wasn't just, like, a collection of employees. It was, like, the state of California was investigating Blizzard for sexual harassment in the workplace, which is really bad. It was, like, more than 200 cases. It was a whole bunch of things. It was massive. And, like, for the fact that a state was investigating them was really bad. And as we learned more and more stuff, it just got worse and worse, because it was a little bit of a Me Too movement. People had, like, collected stuff and then kind of held it, because if they released it on their own, they might just get buried by Blizzard in litigation and lawyers and yada yada. But so, like, when one group stepped up, which ended up being, like, the state of California, everybody who had dirt on Blizzard was like, this is what happened to me. And initially, these lawsuits came out. A story of a woman who was kind of driven to suicide because she had been blackmailed by her coworkers at Blizzard came out. Hi, not Picard. And then the Cosby Suite came out. And so this one was really bad, because a lot of these major executives and developers from, like, back in the day, back when people were like, these were the good guys of Blizzard. A lot of them who had moved on from Blizzard and were now working at other places were like, it's such a shame to see what was going on at Blizzard all this time. You know, I was there for some of this, and I wish I'd known about this. I would have done something. And then, like, the next day, the very next day, someone posted a thing that's like, here's all those executives at Blizzard 10 years ago. They're at BlizzCon in what they call the Cosby Suite. Here's them literally posing with a picture of Bill Cosby, who at the time was on trial for raping like 70 women by drugging them and bringing them to his room to have his way with them. And these guys are like, there's like literally text messages with them too, being like, hey, get some bitches over to the Cosby Suite. Yeah, looking forward to the Cosby Suite. It was like super incriminating and bad looking. From these guys that the day before were like, if I had known, I would have done something. And so it was a bunch of like, fuck you. A little bit after that, a story came out that some of the mothers at Blizzard who like literally needed time, like would use their breaks to like pump breast milk and then put it in the refrigerator, and we're clearly labeling it as like, this is breast milk for my child, don't steal it. Some of the Blizzard employees were like, I'm all about that breast milk. So they would literally steal the breast milk from the fridge and like, I don't know, do what with it. Maybe they were just like, you know, maybe they were drinking it. Maybe they were just like, this is bullshit that they're using company time to not do company stuff, so we're just gonna pour this out because I hate women. I don't know what they were doing. But they were stealing breast milk, and it looks really, really dumb and bad. People always say the games are dying for the drama. They do that with every game. Yeah. MMOs don't truly die until the content creators playing it don't even bother to make X game is dying. Video every other patch anymore? Then it's truly Jover? Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Telena. Same, I hate Womans too. I don't even know if I want to go anywhere with this joke, Toll. Dylan, did you look into the ninja hide instead of the gatherer one? I did not. The other thing, Winter, is that my ninja is like level 30 and my botanist is level 90. So, if I cannot turn spell effects off for me, but keep them on for other people, because I like it when I see people like a paladin or something kill a mob near me, and you see all the flashiness. I want to see that. If I can't turn just my spell effects off or just hide off, then there's a mod that'll turn it off for me. So, whoever you're currently walking with sounds enough like Jebsy that it's throwing me off. This is Rainforest Eins. Wait, is it Rainforest Eins or Rainforest 1? Yeah, it's Eins. Eins.
On Twitch it's 1 because Eins was already taken.
I see. Hey, I feel less bad about being like, wait, which one is it? I should know. I should know. It's because they're both in my memory. Then yeah, the only way would be mods. Okay. OMG, is that Rain? Are you dating right now? God, I fucking wish. Anyway, Rain or Core? We're not dating Core. What? Rain is a stinky person who's too nice. Yeah, you know, that's fair, because you are too nice, and you've been walking with me, so you gotta be stinky. Toll, I mean, you seeing that movement? So you can you really blame you on it? There's me just like, and then there's Rain, just so elegant. Oh, so we dating Rain now? We are not dating Rain. Toll, you are literally the problem with me and Core 4 years ago, where you're like, oh, these two played a game together, must be dating, and your whole chat was like, whoa, Yulin's dating Corvu? And I was like, no, shut the fuck up. Don't fucking spread this, please. I just need the voice, or I'm gonna go insane, and these raids are making me lose sanity. That's how I ended up getting married in VR chat like 20 times. Yulin's dating Core? No! Yulin has never dated Core. But when I first met Core, I was on her stream like every day for like a month. We went through Destiny together. We went through Terraria together. I got her into PSO. What else did we play super early on? We played something else. We played a lot of Risk of Rain. And so Talena, this little shit, just starts like, oh my god, they're always together. They're dating. You know they're dating. Hi, Zuby. Why are we not dating, Rain? Anyway. They skipped dating. They went past it. One of them we disown. RIP. Want a pic to see what I'm doing? Sure, Talena. Send me a pic on Discord. in Aiko's
Probably
chat...
some degenerate shit.
Probably. I'm kind of hoping it is. In Aiko's chat, he has a hey emote. And so Zuby has gotten into the habit of saying hey to every person, because it looks like he's just fucking like... to their face. But he doesn't have it here. Hi, West. Hey, can't talk today. At work, but you shall be listening. West, I'm gonna fucking bonk you one of these days. You don't need to ever say sorry. You take what you need from the stream. And so if you want to listen while working, hell yeah. That's what I need. A hey/wave emote. No Miku emotes, Ragey. You know what? We're never gonna have Miku emotes. If we have Vocaloid emotes, it's gonna be Gumi. Yulin loves to be used. True. Sent it? Okay. Let's see. Hell yeah. Okay, Arsonist.
What degen shit is Toll doing right now?
My favorite degen shit. Naked cuddling. I have Eland in the big while I code. You code, Winter? I didn't know you did coding. Gumi is goated. That's just sex. It is not just sex.
Nah, there's a difference.
You're with your girlfriend? Alright, it's time to start a day of coding. Put your programming socks on and bring up Yulin's stream. Hang on. Naked cuddling turns into sex. Naked cuddling could turn into sex, but I don't know. For me, it usually doesn't. Because I don't like sex in VR. It's just like... it's too much effort. When I feel like there's other stuff I'd care more about. And there's stuff that's like off-putting about it. So like... But just like a cuddle puddle, or just like cuddling one person and both, or everybody's naked, that shit's the best. You're studying software engineering, mainly website development right now? Pog. There will always be money in that. Warhammer when, Yuland? Zuby, you can't just ask me when. You need to be like... are you available this day? Okay, you could... I'm being selfish there. You could absolutely ask when. I could be like, yeah, I'll figure out a day. What's up, Exhibits? I didn't see what Tundra Labs did. What'd they do? You will only naked cuddle your girlfriend? Okay, but that's just because you have a girlfriend right now. If you didn't have a girlfriend, you'd naked cuddle, like, a lot of people, right? Right?
Mm-hmm. I would assume so.
Not true. X to doubt. X to doubt, Talena. You're so fucking eager for naked cuddles that before you had a girlfriend, you were like, hey, it's just us in this room. And all the clothes came off. Apparently they got a whole shipment of Gen 1 HTC Vives that we thought were discontinued and are going to sell them about half the original price from back then. Is that legal?
Why not?
I mean, can you... I guess so. Does anybody want Gen 1 Vive trackers? Oh, no, wait. HTC Vive's like the headset? Oh, shit. How many did they get? You wouldn't naked cuddle with anyone unless I was dating or talking with them? I don't know, Glenn. There's something fun about strangers. Yeah, you'll learn one day when you're older. Because too many people want to ERP. Tell them, that's literally what I'm talking about, is like naked cuddles with no ERP. Yo, you're still using a Gen 1 headset? Bro, I'm 28 and I'm 32. So you'll understand when you're older, Glenn. You'll understand when you're older. That's such a like fuck you. There's literally no difference between 28 and 32. Boom for Euland. Kinda wanna get another just to have on hand. 23? You like emotional connections? Look, and I'm not saying you should dislike emotional connections. It's not one or the other. I'm just saying it's kind of fun to, like, fuck around with somebody that you know you'll never see again. Yuli dating Ren, cuddling on stream too. Oh my gosh. I thought Euland was younger than Glenn. Euland has young vibes. I'm aware I have young vibes, okay? I'm an immature prick. I get it. I get it, Winter. I see what you're trying to say. Everybody's thinking it. You're just the one saying it. Whatever, man. Whatever. No, you're not. Shut up. No, I think my voice is a little bit higher than most people my age. I also think, I do the class clown shit a bit. And, it's not super often that people see me get, like, turbo, like, super real with them and be like, hey, real talk. We need to talk about life and where shit's going. Nah, it's not the voice. I'm grumpy, so I always seem older anyway. Yeah. Yeah. When I saw that link, I thought it was some kind of porn site. Yeah, x.com.
I mean, it is.
I can picture me on a porch yelling at people to get off my lawn. Glenn is a good type of grumpy, though. Glenn is usually a good type of grumpy. Add a couple more X's. You only remember the Monster Hunter World times? Oh my god. Some of the best clips on Aiko's channel are hunting with Winter and Glenn. And both were playing Greatsword. And had very different approaches to it. The two of the best clips are... I think it's a Kieran falls asleep. And we're like, Glenn, you got the wake up? And he's like, yeah, I do. And he just starts charging, and I'm like, you're not gonna do the walk up and dodge roll back? And he's like, nah, I'm gonna eyeball it. And he fucking, like, totally fucking whips it. And I'm just being a shit chat, like, I'm gonna eyeball it? Really? And then there's another one. A different hunt, I think it's a Rathian. Where it's just Winter and Aiko. And, Winter's gonna wake it up because it's asleep. And Winter like rolls up, or he walks up to it and he rolls away. And then he like kind of does a stutter step and then he walks up to it and he rolls away again. And then he stutter steps. And then he starts charging and he does the first hit. And then he does the second charge. And he does that hit. And then he does the third charge. And he disconnects, so he just holds it for 20 seconds. It's like, Winter? You good there? Like, he was being so meticulous and, like, trying to plan it so perfectly that the game got bored of waiting for him. It was just like, get the fuck out of here. Just hit the damn monster. They were funny yelling at the Gajalakas. I still hate Glenn for eyeballing it. Don't worry, Elon. Everyone thinks I'm younger to Elon. Last one is like 3 months older than me. Oh, Glenn and Winter. You're both great sword players. Although Glenn doesn't play it much anymore. I had a fucking great sword moment a few days ago. I was playing World. A friend wanted to kill Raging Brachidios. I said it weird the first time. And I was going for the tail. I was playing my crit draw greatsword. Every time I'm, hitting it, it's coming out as a 300. If I get a chance to, like, if it falls over, I'm doing a hit for 300, shotgun blast, and then a full charge for like 800. And I'm going for the tail. He gets to his second area, and he gets knocked over, and I go, this is it. The tail comes off. And I fucking hit the tail for 800, and the tail just goes fucking flying, and everybody in the room is just like, whoa! It was that I called it, and it came off. It was just like, fuck yeah. Was Iceborne or Rise better for Greatsword? Because I feel like Rise was, with some of the fucking strong arm stance clips I've seen, where they're hitting for like 6,000. We live for those? Yeah, it felt really good. It felt so good. Bring back the Shakalaka hunt. Yeah, there were like the felines in Rise, but they never it never felt like they went for you. They were so out of the way that you never got your stuff stolen. I remember in Try and Try Ultimate, you'd be doing an endgame hunt on like high rank or G rank, and one of them would steal something from you, and you're like, what the fuck? They haven't done this to me in like a month. Fuck you. But like, I don't remember them at all in Rise. Rise was definitely better overall. Iceborne just had really good fights, plus Clutch Claw giving bigger numbers and making the overall impact feel so much better. So Winter. I hadn't played World in like 3 years. And a friend was like, hey, help me kill Furious Rajang and Raging Brachidios. And I was like, yeah, sure, okay. And I went back, and it was fucking miserable. My character looks prettier. The world looks prettier. Everything about World just looks so much better. However, I felt so immobile and slow. And my damage felt so bad. And every monster we fought, I was just like, I'm not having fun. We fought Kushala Daora with his wind. We fought Raging Brachidios with the Blast Blight all over the ground. We fought Furious Rajang, who was fucking fast, and we're slow now, and I'm bouncing off his arms. We fought Alatreon for some dumb reason, and fuck Alatreon. We fought Blackveil Hazak, who's just like, you have half health now, and you're slowly dying. And I was just like, are any of these fights fun? I hate this. This is miserable. I love when you get a feel for when things will happen. I got very good at calling when stuns and breaks would happen in Monster Hunter World. Hell yeah. Yeah, the cats rarely stole from you in Rise. I don't know how anybody can love Rajang. That might be my least favorite monster to fight. It's more palatable in Rise, but in World I just hated seeing him. Oh yeah, no, I can't go back to World after Rise. I tried like 3 times, and I kept trying to wire bug every time. The approach to fights is just completely different in each game. Alatreon is not fine in World. Alatreon is like, bring elemental damage. Oh, you're a Gunlance player? Fuck you. Literally, like, I was so happy to see Alatreon, because I came from Monster Hunter Tri. Monster Hunter Tri U was like my 2nd or 3rd Monster Hunter game. So I was like, he's coming back, baby! I don't remember him being that bad. Maybe I just got fucking carried every time, but he was miserable in World. I will say I enjoyed World Rajang a lot more than... Really? See, I just hate Rajang in World. And in Rise, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker again. Oh, he wasn't that bad. World Rajang felt more like a threat. Rise Rajang was... Yeah, Rajang was hard nerfed in Rise, which I was happy about, because fuck World Rajang. When Rajang came out, I was learning light bowgun. And I'd be shooting at him, and he would jump up into the air and do his Blanca smash at me, and it would kill me every time. I literally did 3 hunts in a row with Seldon and Casey, where I 3-carded. So, like, in 3 hunts, I died 9 times to Rajang. And I was just like, okay, I'm just too old to dodge this attack. And I get 1 shot. So I guess I'll play a different weapon. Just don't get hit. I'm too old! I don't have the reaction time. I would say I enjoyed them both. I would say I enjoyed World more, specifically because of the 16-man lobbies. It was so fucking fun back in Dream Shelter days when Iceborne just came out and we would literally fill a lobby of Iceborne with 16 people. That shit was so just happy and just like, I don't want to do anything else in my life for the next month. Before Iceborne, the same thing with just base world with Kulve Taroth hunts. Proxy Zero would start a Kulve Taroth day once a week, and the lobby would fill up with 16 people, all that were in Twitch chat talking, or in a call talking together, and it was just... That shit was so fun. I just enjoyed World more than Rise. I feel like gameplay-wise, I like Rise more, but like, what did I have more fun with was World because of the lobby size. I enjoyed Elatrion in World. I had to farm an Elemental Sword, and eventually I soloed it after memorizing the fight choreography. And also, I'm just a psycho. I really love when the fight becomes a dance. Well, I'm happy you enjoy Final Fantasy so much. Oldland, yeah. Though I can't really say that because Charge Blade user. Okay, buddy. I fucking hate that weapon. Also, yeah, Rajang got hard nerfed in Rise, and it just doesn't feel as fast paced. I feel like I'm bullying the monkey. World Rajang being able to eat up your mantle was such a nice unexpected change. See, I don't feel like I'm bullying the monkey because he bullied me so much. So I'm just like, fucking take it! This is what you get! This is what you get! You deserve this! Fuck you! That's me in Rise to Rajang. I do remember when Rajang came out and he'd eat your mantle. The first time that happened, I probably screamed like a little girl. Oh, did you see the rotting dead bodies on the road? That's kind of funny. Yeah, so I didn't get a good shot of it, but just to the left, there's like a farm being attacked by Horde. In BFA, they had a big focus on like, what is wrong with my legs? Why do they look so stiff? What is going on there? Oh, that's...
Stiff Yulin.
Listen. World Rajang was such a menace, carting a lot of people. What is going on with my legs there? But also, riding Rajang in Rise is so... Riding Rajang and doing the triple laser is like, alright, this is fun. It's like I'm losing tracking. I haven't had a drink in a while.
What's up, Bits?
World Rajang peeling your mantle like a banana was a highlight for me. That shit was horrifying. That shit was not okay. I mean, okay, it was great, but... fucked up. It's okay, Yuland is a cute grandpa. Ugh. Hey, yo, stiff Yuland. Yeah. Riding monsters was probably one of the reasons why Pickle didn't arrive to Rise. So, like... I thought riding the monsters was cool the first time. Then it kind of just got obnoxious, and I didn't really want to do it. But there's a lot of benefits to doing it, until you get, like, such crazy gear that it's like, I'll just do more damage if I don't write it. Also incentivized me to wear different mantles moving forward, and how I picked up the gliding mantle for greatsword aerial attacks. Felt like you expanded your brain. I see. What was I gonna say? I'm totally mind blanking. I was gonna say something. We need the Pickleback. If we don't get him in Monster Hunter 6, base game, not DLC, in base game, I'm gonna be angry. Pickle is like one of the goats. I don't even think he's that scary. I think he's actually kind of easy to fight. But he's just fun, and like everything about him is so cool. Bring back Pickle and make it be a big threat again? Yeah. Yeah, give him the Thunder Anjanath treatment, where like Anjanath was a pushover. But Thunder Anjanath was fucking scary. Today is a busy day, right? No, we can try. We'll get some Baldurs in. I will, it won't be right after stream. After stream, I'll probably hang out a bit in VR chat. We'll see. I might message, like, Core or Foss and be like, it's time, fuck Streamlabs, get me on Stream Elements. I want to see if I can make that switch today. I also need to talk to the Missouri State about my LLC, because they sent me some letters that were like, we need more info. And I'm like, ugh. I also need to do stuff with the extension that Shirkan and Ramus have been working on and are waiting on me for. I wasn't going to say that out loud. You can import your Streamlabs stuff to SE. Well, here's the problem, Exhibits. The thing I need to make sure I have working properly is profiles. Because in OBS, I have it set up for recording. In Streamlabs, I have it set up for streaming. And I think I can switch them. I think I can either use OBS for both and just get rid of Streamlabs. Or I can kind of just nuke Streamlabs and set that up for recording again. Oh shit, Ramus was here to hear that. He wasn't supposed to. I haven't done it yet, Ramus. I'm sorry. You're at work, so that is fine. Yeah. I'm gonna try and do some productive stuff right after stream. If I don't end up just cuddling someone for 3 hours. I make no promises. But after that, yeah, we can get Baldur's in Lost One. And your stuff should be fixed. We should be able to go through this town and see what's what. I was so scared recording this video, because this character's Alliance, but I went through a Horde town. I just straight up, in BFA zones, there's 3 Alliance zones, and each Alliance zone has 1 Horde town in it, but like each zone has like 5 Alliance towns in it. And same for the Horde towns, or the Horde zones. Each zone has like 5 quest hubs for Horde, and then like 1 town for Alliance. And it was like, I gotta go through it for a good path. Fuck, this will be fine. But how long would you survive in Baldur's Gate 3 this time? Is this the hypothetical question of like, if you were transported to a video game world, would you survive? Or are you just saying how long is my PC gonna survive in Baldur's Gate 3? What happened last time, what happened yesterday is Lost One's computer just freaked the fuck out yesterday. It seems fixed. Because he's been going through Baldur's Gate totally fine. Act 1 and Act 2, no issues. And then for whatever reason, we get to Act 3 and it blows up. But then he went to his solo run, and it was like, he's in Act 1, and it's still blowing up. How long you survive this session? We're playing on easy mode, so we don't really die that often. It's kind of just a breeze through the game, see the story, beat the game before I put 500 hours into it and say, I've never beaten Baldur's Gate 3, fuck! I also want to know how long you'd survive if you lived in Faerun. I would not survive long. There's a lot of shit going wrong in Faerun. Holy cow. Act 3 did have some performance issues. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't, like, run into anything in particular. What class am I playing? So I tried out a bunch of things, Winter. The first thing I played was Barbarian. And that was fun. After that, I tried out Wild Shape Druid. And that's probably been my favorite thing so far. However, we're kind of treating me like I'm the main character, so I started all the dialogues. And it fucks with the wild shapes. Hi, Freya. I'm gonna ask Freya in a minute if she's... Okay, so you heard the hi? Okay. Yeah, Moon Druid is so fun, except when you have to talk. That shit drives me nuts. I don't know if I had the bug with wild shaping. Gale, I'm so bad at D&D rule sets and itemization, I genuinely don't know if I had the bug and was just going into every fight without gear. No clue. Zero clue whatsoever. Because of the wild shape issues with talking, I then tried Ranger, but I was going to be like a tank ranger, and I thought my pet was going to do all the damage. Pets don't do all the damage. Pets help you do damage, and they can do things to do a lot of damage. But you're never going to, like, have a wolf that, like, bites as hard as a barbarian, or, like, comparably to one. You would see from notable features if you have a certain enhancement effects. Okay, so Winter, it was like if you go in and out of wild shape effects, you just don't get the benefits of any of your equipment. So every time you left a wild shape effect, you had to re-equip all of your gear. Like, all of it. Pet Ranger is like a Pokemon trainer, but the Pokemon are your level 5 starters. Yeah. Here's the big problem. At level, like, 5 on my Barbarian, I could hit stuff twice. But at, like, level 6 or 7 on the Ranger, the pet wasn't hitting twice. And so it was just hitting for less, and doing, like, less hits. So it was like, well, shit. It does seem like later on there are things you can do to make your pets kind of crazy. So, like, the spider can poison stuff when it bites stuff. So you could get into a fight with a spider and, like, bite something, move to something else, bite that, and then, like, by turn 2, have everything taking poison damage. That shit sounds cool. But also, the spider's kind of lame. Oh, wait, you think they fixed that? Because I have a piece of armor that gives me strength that would turn off when I left Wild Shape, but it hasn't happened since the latest patch? Well, good. After Ranger, I tried Fighter. And Fighter was okay, but it just made me want to play Barbarian again. So right now I'm doing a mix of Barbarian with 3 Fighter. Specifically, in Fighter I have Eldritch Knight. So I can bind a weapon to me, and when I throw it, it comes back. Which is perfect for throwing Barb, because I don't have the pike of throwing or whatever. And I'm essentially just a throwing Barbarian, but with Eldritch Knight to get it to come back to me. And so, my damage is kind of fucking obscene right now. I will throw the pike, it'll do like, I'll throw a spear. It'll do like 20 to 25 damage, and then there will be an extra like, 8 that goes off, and then an extra 4. And so I'm doing like 25 to 40 damage each time I throw a spear, and I can throw 3 every turn. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. I've got the ring and the gloves, and so I just throw a spear. It hits fucking hard. I throw another. I do the frenzy throw, and then if I really want something dead, then I fighter surge, and I throw a 4th spear, and then a 5th spear. And so there's been like, we had a boss fight that had like 300 health, and he just went down from like 250 to 30, and it was just like, yeah, fuck you, dude. And so it feels a little busted. Now, it feels busted because we're playing on easy, and anything's busted, but it feels good. The only thing that's really bad is sometimes I will forget to bind my weapon at the start of a new day. So a new day starts, and I throw my spear, and it just fucking stays over there. I'm like, fuck, shit, damn it. And I can't bind it in combat. It's a only out of combat action. I love it, especially how you can throw anything and it will do damage. Yeah, so the first time I tried fighter, I saw the Eldritch Knight with the bind weapon. I was like, oh, I can be like a throwing fighter instead of barbarian. And I was throwing like a dexterity weapon that was dog water at throwing. So it was only hitting for 1 damage. I was like, okay, I don't understand this. On my barb throw run, ring gloves, tavern brawler with 22 strength. Yeah, I don't think I have 22 strength, but I've got the ring gloves and tavern brawler. Oh yeah, this fucking guy. I was like, I'm just gonna take small steps behind him. And like, now that I've done this, I'm like, I hate this. I hate this. I should have just passed or like waited a long time. Have I tried throwing my underwear yet? No. What happens when you throw your underwear? Also, I don't wear underwear. Winter, what penis did you choose? Because I chose penis D. It will do damage. Lovely. I went to 20 strength with feats, plus 2 with a weapon. Truck-kun. I'm getting a drink. Oh, so you've got penis A then, Winter. Alright, alright. I wouldn't have chosen that one, but you do you. I just, you know, I like it shaven down there. Wait, which one did you get? I chose penis D. That's what I said. I don't know if Winter fully understands what this conversation is about. Why did I ask that like I was going to look it up? What I really want to do in Baldur's Gate, I want to do a goblin run with people. I want to have a team of 4 goblins, where we're all just like dwarves or halflings or gnomes, but with green skin, and we have like 7 intelligence. We're gonna literally be dumber than the wargs, and we're gonna murder hobo the shit out of everything. Like, we're gonna get to the grove, and we're gonna kill the goblins attacking, and then we're gonna kill the tieflings, and then we're gonna kill the druids. That's a run I'm looking forward to. And like, you know what else will be part of it, Winter? The 4th party member is going to be the half-orc, but they're gonna think they're a goblin. And they're gonna be like the caster that has like 12 intelligence. But they're still just dumb and think they're... I don't know. This shit just sounds so fun. We're gonna literally... I shouldn't say this. It's gonna be spoilers. I was gonna say something. I was like, no, I can't say that one. The half-orc is just a weird-looking hobgoblin. They're all siblings, and the youngest is the half-orc who is secretly adopted. They constantly say stuff like, "Get down here," so they can smack him. And they all think he's, like, the weakest in the runt because, you know, Mom called him, like, a dumb runt or something. And so, like, people will be like, "Is the big one the leader?" And they'll look at the dwarf and be like, "No, he's not the leader. He's just wide." And they're like, no, the big one. They're like, "The runt? What the fuck? He's not the leader? What's wrong with you, idiot?" This shit sounds so fun to me. And, like, there'll be goblin classes, too. Like, one of them will be a ranger with a boar pet. One of them will be a barbarian. One of them will be a thief. What would the fourth one be? What would be, like, the most caster-like goblin? I feel like it'd be a warlock, but if there's something that's, like, a shaman, they'd have to be a shaman. There is goblin warlocks. I'm wondering if there's, like, shamans, though. Like, is there any, like, wizard or sorcerer that's kind of like a shaman? And, like, the half-orc is the one who kind of understands things, but they get gaslit by the dumber ones into thinking wrong. Hell yeah. He just chonk runt. Druid? There's goblin warlocks. The half-orc one has to be the caster. Yeah. And, like, he always doubts himself, and he's always like, "You know, I kind of feel like maybe they were trying to help us back there." And the other two are just like, "Shut up, runt. You're only alive because of us. If you're so dumb and trusting, they would never trust us." And he's like, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Thank you for looking out for me, bros." They're like, "Yeah, and don't you forget it, you dumb runt." Circle the land druids is closest to shamans. Make them a sorcerer or wizard. Either a sorcerer that uses magic they don't understand, or a little wizard nerd who gets bullied. They could also be like a necromancer, right? And, like, they're actually kind of smart, but the others just think the necromancer thing is really dumb because skeletons are weak. It's like, he's summoning 3 to 5 skeletons, but they're like, being a necromancer is stupid. You know, I could take any one necromancer. And it's like, well, could you take 5? Doesn't matter. I can beat up a necromancer, or I can beat up a skeleton so they're weak. What's the point of 5 weak minions? They try to make friends with their little... Oh, God, Winter, that hurts a little. It's getting too sad. They make friends with their little minions. He saw some elves having a tea party, so his favorite pastime now is having tea parties with one skeleton. And, like, he tries to hide it from the others because it's embarrassing. Sounds like my normal summoner runs. I'm just really invested in this little caster half-orc nerd adopted by goblins. It's so sad thinking about this necromancer half-orc that thinks he's a runt goblin trying to sneak off at 3 a.m. to have a little tea party with a skeleton. But, like, the warg of the ranger goblin always smells the tea and lets them know so that they can go pick on him for his little tea parties. Like, they got into necromancy to make friends. Oh my god. Me for real. This is too sad. I love it too much, but it's too sad at this point. What do we have for mileage? We're at 3.1 miles. It's perfect. This is what I wanted to do with Ica Winter. I really wanted to do this run with him. But he's very indecisive on what's going to happen for the Baldur's run, because he wasn't able to get the game for like 2 months. And the rest of us that were in the Divinity run got it and played a bit ahead. And so it's kind of just like, ooh, how do we do this now? At the end, he summons an army of the dead and kills them. No, Lost One, he loves them. The half-orc run is the best of them and would never hurt his brothers. The culmination of this story is when the 3 brothers are all hurt and about to be killed, and he stands in front of them against the bad guys like, "You'll never hurt my brothers." And he fucking saves the day, and they all think he's cool. That's where the story ends. Not with him killing them. What the fuck? What the fuck, Lost One? That's horrible. I think he's too worried about the backseating. But as long as people don't play the exact same way, the way the game plays out... Yeah, I completely agree, Winter. He summons the dead, but the Barb Goblin just uses them as improvised weapons. Oh my god, Gale. The Barbarian's just like, make another skeleton! And he's just like, well, we can kind of use him as like a shield to block the arrows from the ranger over there. And the Barbarian's just like, Hoya! I have like 4 Act 1 playthroughs, and I'll still find new stuff every time. Yeah, everything is so drastically different. The way Lost One and I played through Act 2, I will never see in another run again. There's no shot. Another weapon needed. Swings a skeleton. The Barbarian, like, runs out of... He breaks his weapon, and he's like, I need a weapon! Summon a skeleton so I can use its leg as a beat stick! And the Necromancer's just like, okay, well, can you maybe use his left arm so that he can, like, still be useful and get around? Because, like, if he still has one arm, he can run around and hit stuff. And the Barbarian just rips the leg out and starts beating people with the skeleton leg, and the skeleton falls over and is just, like, on its hands and one leg and looks up at the Necromancer, and the Necromancer's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The half-orc at first tries to use them for actual combat, but the goblins gaslit him into using them as projectiles. It's especially funny because skeletons are the projectile undead summons. You just want to make a run that is couple summoners making units for others to throw it as weapons. Oh my god. What is... My hip is losing tracking. I don't know if I like the side track. I do think the tracking is better. I just don't like it when it loses tracking and locks up like that. The problem is, I need it to be on the left side, and that's when it's going through... Well, it should be plenty in sight. I don't know. It can't be on the same side as my swinging arm. It needs to be on the side as my balance arm. And I think my balance arm might be blocking it. Necromancer, Druid, Pet Ranger, and a Barbarian. Hi, Volpio. Or is it Volpe? Oh, 10101. I'm not sure if it's Volpio or Volpe. Thank you for the follow. We need to get Yulin's hit back on track. You know what would really solve the problem? Is if I got another base station. I don't want to get another base station. I'm not bullying them and just helping them reach the front lines faster as they're fucking exploding in, like, just debris and shrapnel of bones. Yeah, Winter, this is a run I've been planning since, like, a month and a half ago. Of just, like, this idea, the RP of this run just sounds so fucking fun and incredible. And it would be, like, it would be a murder hobo run. It would be a run where you kill every NPC you come across. And it wouldn't be like, oh, you're playing meta to choose the game. It would make sense with a 4-goblin party. That sounds like such a fucking fun way to go through the game. This game has so much replayability. I'm happy I bought it. Yeah, it really does. It does have the same problem as Divinity. That, like, going through Act 1 and 2 with a group is really, really fun. Starting a playthrough is really fun. But it drags on, and it can get hard to finish. It is 100% going to have that issue. Which is unfortunate, but 200 hours in Baldur's Gate 3 already. 3 more runs going, though haven't had a session for a hot minute. Yeah, Winter, Sis, Casey, Den, and I just finished our Divinity 2 run that we started like a year ago. We just got to the end of it. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's basically a D&D campaign. Yeah. I feel like with D&D campaigns, though, it's easier because typically everybody's in the same town. And so everybody has, like, that day that they can meet up. Whereas, like, with the Divinity, like, an online thing, it's a lot easier for people to, like, have something happen. Right? And because it's different world events that affect it also. Like, if power goes out in a town, that affects everybody in the D&D campaign. But if power goes out in California, that affects the one guy and holds up the whole run. I want a drink.
Then drink. Jack.
Hell yeah. Alright, you said chug, and that reminded me of, like, frat parties. Y'all see the shit with Dane Cook? Holy cow. For anyone who doesn't know, Dane Cook is a comedian. He's like 56 years old or something. He was really popular like 20, 15 years ago. And was like kind of like the top comic for a while. And he did a few movies. He just married his fiance of 6 years. Now here's the problem. He's like 56. She's 24. They started dating when she was 18. They met when she was 15. So literally, there's not like a bigger example of grooming. Like, there's a very slim chance it's not. There's a very slim chance, like, they met, they kind of just knew each other, and they waited properly, and then when she was 18, she was like, yeah, you know, I want to be with an older guy that's rich because my life will be fucking stable, and I genuinely want this, and it's my decision. But it really fucking looks like, and is probably the case, that he was, like, going after her since she was fucking 15. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? What the absolute fuck? And people aren't that mad about it. That's what's crazy. But, yeah. Dane Cook, 56 years old, married a 24-year-old. They've been dating since she was 18. Ugh. Anyway. That's something I saw in the news yesterday. I don't know, I remember he had some kind of funny sketches. He had one where he was on a pier, and he had just gone through a breakup, and he saw this old couple that they were like in their 80s, and they were still flirting like they were teenagers. And she got up to like go get something, and he was like, hey man, I gotta ask you something, you know, that's beautiful what you guys have. What's the secret? How do you make love last like that? How do you make true love like that happen? And this old guy was like, you want to know the secret? Cheat. Which is like, whoa, what the fuck? Because, like, that's a horrible answer, right? But his presentation of that joke was pretty good. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird to me. Okay. Let's talk about videos for a bit. I have recorded 4 videos of Legion. I think I need 2 more. If I can make a video of Broken Shore, I'm pretty sure I can. After that, I'm probably going to start Final Fantasy ones. And I think literally the first zone I'm going to do for Final Fantasy is Ultima Thule. That zone, that zone shouldn't be too hard, because you just started, like, the destroyed town, go along the bottom left, go through the Ia. You're a monster for that? What am I a monster for? That's like the most recent zone, right? So that's where we start. I don't want to do what I did in Guild Wars 2, where I started the easiest zones and then I got progressively harder. Because that made it, like, harder and harder to motivate myself to do Guild Wars. I think of Guild Wars zones now, I'm just like, oh my god, I fucking don't want to deal with expansion zones. Whereas if I start with... You'd think I'd start on Elpis, but you just start at the end of the universe with the Allegiance of Dead Civilizations? I mean, yeah. Yeah, look, we're just gonna go down the zones, right? So we're gonna do the final Endwalker zone, then Elpis, and then, what's the snow zone? Starts with a G. Garlemald? Yeah, we'll do Garlemald. And then we'll do the Charlene place. And then we'll do the Rodzatan place. There's a zone I'm forgetting. But we'll just go down the 6 zones of Endwalker. And after that, we'll do the 6 zones of Shadowbringers. And after that, it'll be the 6 zones of Stormblood, then Heaven's Ward. And at that point, it'll be like, alright, we gotta fucking knock out all these little dotted all over the place zones of Eorzea. I don't know if I'll do Bosja or Eureka. Those sound kinda awful. Oh, the Lopper Hideout? Yeah, that place. That's a good way to call that place. Nice call, Winter. Here's the thing, I don't know how to handle that. I don't know if I put like a spoiler warning on them that's like, hey, this zone is spoilers. Or if like I just go through them and like don't address it all and people are like, whoa, that looked crazy. That was kind of weird. And because they don't even realize what they're seeing, they don't know about it, right? Because obviously in Endwalker, there's certainly 2 zones. It's like, You'd put Endwalker on the stream title, maybe? That doesn't sound particularly bad. Did I bump my left earmuff? I think I did. I can't hear it on my left ear right now.
Oh no.
It's... I don't know. I think it's like not cleared out properly or something. You assume people read titles. Well, see, here's the thing, Winter. I don't even know if I do that, because if they don't even know it's Endwalker, they might just, like, be completely unaware. And then 2 years from now, when they play through Final Fantasy and they get there, they're like, wait a minute. This seems familiar. And then they get 3/4 through the zone.
Where.
And they're like, oh, I remember seeing this. It's mostly to protect Yelan from asses. I can handle asses. Plus, I feel like most of the people that come here, there's not too many... I haven't figured out Discovery yet. I haven't been, like, posting, like, clips to YouTube or Twitch. I haven't really figured out how to go about doing that. And so, my discoverability right now is, like, 100% based on my, social networking. It's basically people know me from other streams, so anybody that comes in is already chill with me and on friendly terms. Yeah, if there's people who are either really new or done with Final Fantasy, that sounds like a good approach. Yeah, like 90% of the people in this stream knew me before I streamed. And 10% has been like, I followed you because this other person rated you. Or I was looking at the category and it looks like you were doing something interesting. I've had a few people come in that way. But the vast majority is like, I knew him before I streamed. Now, that's been great, and it gave me a super, like, boost initially. I need to figure out discoverability. I need to figure out, like, how to, like... Because I'm not going to know everybody in the world, right? There's never going to be a point where it's, like, 200 people are showing up to stream because they all know me. Definitely clipping. Yeah, I just... Clipping is hard. Because I feel like if you just have raw clips from Twitch, it's lackluster and it needs some editing done to it. And I'm an old dog learning new tricks. I learn fucking slow. And editing sounds like a nightmare. And I don't have the budget for an editor. And so clipping is very intimidating to me. Like, having a clips channel and growing through that. I typically, when a really good clip happens, I will, I'll either ask somebody to clip it, or I'll look at the number and remember that. I can do that once per stream. I can be like, 142? Yes, I'll remember that number. And then after stream, when I'm eating, I'll be like, 142. What happened there? Ah, yes, this. But like... So, like, I look at Rose Doodle, and her camera is, like, zooming in all over the place as she posts a daily Rose Doodle clip. Like, because most of her clips are, like, somebody in chat saying something and her reacting to it. And so her editor, which I think is Baka Tsunami now that I think about it, not only will, like, zoom in on the chat and look at this exact thing, and as it's going up in chat, he'll move up with it, and then he'll zoom in on Rose's face, and she'll be like, "Excuse me? Who the fuck do you think you are?" And, like, that whole interaction. And I'm like, oh, that sounds not that complicated when I describe it like this, but at the same time, very overwhelming and intimidating to me. It's something you figure out as you do it, though. See, here's the problem, Winter. I don't like learning. Anytime I encounter something that's like an obstacle, or like I have to like buckle down to learn how to do this, and I'm not getting it instantly, it doesn't make me want to do it more. I don't get like hungry for an answer. I just get frustrated, and I look for something else to do. It's why in League of Legends, you're a fucking Riven one trick, and you got fucking good at Riven. When you fuck up on Riven, you just want to do better on Riven and do that thing you messed up without messing up. I'm not like that. When I start doing bad on a champion, I just look for a different champion. That's why I feel like I can play 50 different champions at a competent level. I've talked about this a few times. It probably annoys people at this point. There's innovators and honers. Honers like to hone their skills and master something. Innovators like to find new solutions. And so, when I encounter something that's like, this isn't about finding a new solution, this is about just learning how to do this thing, I really, really struggle. Oh yeah, that's a lot of skill with whatever program they have. Alright, buddy. That's understandable. The big thing about learning is finding something to motivate you. Yeah, and the problem is, pressure is usually my biggest motivator. When I get to a point where, like, I need to learn this, or there are fucking consequences, that's where, like, in the 9th hour, I'll be like, alright, we gotta fucking do this. But if there's never a point like that, half the time it just doesn't get done for me. You've been learning Ahri now, spamming her, and I really like champions that have an answer for everything, even if it's not the same answer. I don't need to carry every game. For me, what inspires me the most to learn is pressure of or wanting to impress somebody. Yeah, I just struggle at that, Winter. In League, I'll try a new champion and I'll do well with them. I'll do great with them because in the situations that it's applicable, it's great. But then if I keep trying to play them and that situation no longer applies, I'll start doing bad. And instead of being like, I need to learn how to make them work in a situation, or I need to correct my mistakes, instead I'll just look for something new. And typically I'm rewarded for it. I'll try something new. It works in a specific situation. That's why I tried it. And then in other situations it won't work. So like, I was really good at AD Nidalee. And then she got reworked. And instead of just relearning Nidalee and kind of playing the same way I did before, I just dropped Nidalee. For League, that's for sure a valid approach. Yeah, for League it works great. For League, I got to a point where it's like, I feel like I can counter anything. And it also makes me have a really good understanding of a lot of champions where I can see their strengths and I can know what's going to counter them. When Blitzcrank first got popular as a support, I was really quick to notice that it doesn't fucking matter if he grabs somebody and they can just tank through it. So I started picking Leona. Leona was dog water at the time. She was like, you only picked her if you had a Tristana as your AD carry. But I'd fucking pick Leona for everything. And all these Blitzcranks that were like, oh, Blitzcrank support is so good. You know, this is the thing everybody's playing. They would just grab me. It wasn't even like they were trying to not grab me. They would just grab me because they were just like, if I grab somebody, I win. Their support's in the bush, grab her. And then like I would W and they would do the punch up. Their AD carry would like literally jump on me like a Lucian would dash in. And then I would just jump on the Lucian. I'm at 80% health. Meanwhile, my fucking Ashe is just shooting Lucian. It was just free. It was just so fucking free because I had that game knowledge and I had that like, I've played so many things, I know exactly what's going to work in this situation. Now, people stopped playing Blitzcrank and I kept playing Leona for a bit and she wasn't working in every situation because she was basically just a hard counter to burst supports. Yeah, they would literally just grab me, do the punch, do the overdrive, and they're like, yo, we fucking won! We did it, everybody! We hooked the support! Why is my AD carry dead? And what was crazy was like, they wouldn't even learn from it going wrong the first time. They would die, come back to lane, and be like, okay, I don't know what happened that time, but it's not gonna happen again. Grab the Leona. We got her, bitch. Bop, bop, bop. Why is my AD carry dead again? And so, it was so fucking free back then. You literally just had to press W on Leona. And you won. You just won every time. And like, what was great was, it wasn't just the Blitz that didn't understand. It was like, also, the AD carry didn't understand. So if it was like a Tristana, it was, half the time it was a Tristana, because they'd be like, oh, they picked Leona, we don't want to give them Tristana. And Tristana goes great with Blitz anyway. And so, the fucking Tristana's like leaping onto the Leona, it's just like, cool. I get to Q you before using my Zenith Blade. Easy. It was... Oh, my jacket should have been off for a while now that I think about it. It was a very free time in League. And because I have such a, like, I don't master things, I innovate and find new strategies. I'm typically very good at finding stuff like that. Sometimes it leads me to playing off-meta shit stuff. AP Xin Zhao. But damn it, I was winning with AP Xin Zhao, okay? It sounds fun, though. It is and it isn't. Because on one hand, you're like a jack of all trades, master of none. So I'd very rarely go like 20-3, right? The most I've mastered a champion was old Kayle. And even that was like, oh, her builds are so versatile that you can just play her in any role and do well. And like build multiple different paths based on the situation. So it felt like I was innovating in that way. But like, I see you on Riven and you're Feast or Famine. You're either like 15-5 or like 7-7, right? You either fucking hard carry or you're at least going even with the enemy. It's very rare that I'd see like 0-10. I think I saw like 2 games of that. I never have extreme scores like that though. My scores are always like 0-3 if I'm having a bad game, or like 4-1 if I'm having a good game. Like if I'm 4-1, I'm like, holy shit, I'm popping off. Which is like, okay, dude. Okay, Ewan, sure you are. You're gonna carry off of 4-1. I have a much more like, I don't want to say stable, but it's not Feast or Famine. It's very much like, I'm going to pull my weight and not be the problem, but not be the carry. And I'm actually kind of like that in most of my gameplay also, like even at an in-lane level. Zuvi's very aggressive, right? Zuvi's gonna like, I'm literally going to kill you if you let me. But it leads him to being open to mistakes more often. I try to have as little openings as possible and make it almost a numbers game where it's like, I'm going to out-harass you barely, but you're not going to out-harass me. I'm going to have it like where I get you to a point where you're at risk of dying, but you're never going to die because you're going to get down to 20% health and just leave. So the way I picked up Riven was because long ago when I first started playing League, I was playing mid with a friend against a Riven jungle. At one point during the game, I got dove by the Riven, but I got a good chunk of her health down, and all she needed was one more tower shot to die. But right before that shot hit, she used her shield and got away with like 10 HP. At that moment, I went, what the fuck, that's bullshit, I want to do that. Hell yeah. So, Winter was the first new champion. There we go. Riven was the first new champion for me. Oh my god. Why? It's like the tracker to my front left isn't working. Riven was the first champion that came out when I started. Like, I started playing League, and then 3 days later, Riven came out. And I was like, oh my god, she's so cool, I want to play her. And I was fucking dog water with her. When I looked up the champions when I was, like, downloading the game, Sivir looked cool to me, so she was the first champion I bought. And Sivir was kind of bad back then, so I didn't do well. The first champion I really did well, though, was Kayle. Which Kayle was fucking easy. You build a glass cannon, and as soon as you, like, get into an engagement with somebody, you shield yourself. This is back when I was, like, just starting bronze rank, before seasons, and people didn't stick together as teams. There were a lot more one-on-ones back then. And so being a Kayle that was just like, I win any one-on-one, because I have 3 seconds as a glass cannon to attack you, while you have to last 3 seconds and then kill me, I looked very good on Kayle in my elo, because I just won one-on-ones a lot. I remember hating Akali, because she would stealth, wait for my bubble to go away, And then it was who bursts each other faster, which because she's starting it, usually she would win. Sometimes I'd win because it was just like, all right, we've got the fucking closest thing to me gets attacked. And I'd just be like, bop, 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 and kill the Akali. But, I remember struggling with Akali. I remember Karthus. I remember this Karthus, he walked up to me. I walked up to him. And he did a Q, and I just went, bop, 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 and killed him. And he just, like, started casting his ult, and then all chat, he's just like, what the fuck? And it was like, yeah, buddy, that's how it goes. Also, a lot of those scores on Riven, where I go even, is just the nature of top lane. Where if you get countered, you just have to wait for your jungler farm. And my jungles never gank me, though. So I would just farm and try to help out others. Oh no. Little young Yulin don't 1v1 that new champion, no. Oh my god, this is bullshit champion. Oh my god. We have our friend Zuvi, who's right there. And his German accent shows through pretty much every time he talks. Why are you walking with Corona distancing? I don't know.
Because you can see the video.
I like it when somebody's way over there so we can see, like, the center of the video. I also like it when they're right next to me so it's like we're holding hands. I really just want them to be in frame. Wherever they want to be in frame, they're Gucci.
Plus I serve as backdrop for chat.
But question mark? Zuvi, are you a shipper? Do you want to see us right next to each other? I'm getting a drink. Oh, the butt was for winter? I see, I see. You want to see you beside Yulin? Pixel, you can literally get on and do that. You can literally stand next to me and then go watch the VOD and be like, that's me. That's me next to you. That's a little weird behavior, I'm not gonna lie.
And wank to it.
Oh my god. I have, and I'm gonna use this term lightly, a friend who he really likes being on streams. And so he would be on Aiko stream, he would be on Leafeon stream. He'll just, if somebody's streaming, he likes being on their stream. He then went back and literally clipped every minute that he was on stream. And he made a 4-hour compilation of all the times he was on other people's streams. And he was like, look guys, I made this compilation of me on streams. And Zuvi, you're not supposed to name them. And it was just like, dude, what the fuck? Zuvi, we literally... Okay, Zuvi. Okay. I don't know how it not being the full name, but still absolutely identifying them makes it okay. But delete the VODs.
I have no clue.
I would imagine most people here don't know them. All that know him know it. Yeah, you're not wrong there. All that know him knows he does that anyway. It's not a secret. I still just like, I don't know. I think it's a weird habit or trait of his. I don't think he's a bad person or anything. If it's somebody like Hazard, fuck it. I'll talk shit on Hazard all day. But with roaming, now I'm saying it. It's like, this is just a weird thing he does. But I don't necessarily like want to start drama with him. He clipped other fun stuff too. Did he? Hi, Space Fish. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel like I saw your name earlier, and I can't remember if I did. You're still my favorite person, though, so you get extra hellos if you want. Are you talking shit about me? I am not Ramus. You don't know he changed it later? If he changed it? I'm actually not sure what you're talking about there. What are we at? 4.6? We might be at 5 miles by the end of this video. I think it'll be a barely. We end at the mountains to the left, I think. Hi, you cute beans. When I'm at... Yeah.
I think I might be past 5 miles already.
What speed are you moving at?
Started at 4.2 kilometers an hour and upped it like to 4.5 like half an hour ago.
What is 4.2 kilometers per hour in miles per hour? Somebody do the conversion in chat.
Maybe 2.6.
2.6?
I don't know.
My god. I've been moving 2.5 the whole time. You move faster and you have better tracking. Oh my god! This is depressing. Man, to be Yulin's favorite one day. I'm just gonna throw it out there, Pixel.
Yeah.
If you're an artist and you draw me in a bunny suit, it's literally just like straight to my heart. It's literally just like fucking re-zeroing, reaching through the body and just grabbing the heart with my hand, with your hand, my heart. It's like fan art. I fucking love it. To the point that I like am scared to talk to artists because I'm like, I don't ever want to make them feel like I need this from them. Like, I expect it from them. Start drawing easy clap. 2.6 miles per hour? Oh my gosh.
And mind you, I upped it to like 4.5 kilometers an hour, like maybe 45 minutes ago.
Winter. You'd shoot up in my favorites list for sure, but I mean, I don't remember the last thing you drew. I love you, Winter, I'm sorry. Where is my commission? Hi, Zooey. Yes, Zooey. It's surely being worked on right now. Winter, is there some trauma with your art? Did something happen that is now like PTSD with art? Are we being bad people by teasing you for this? No, you deserve it. Surely once I'm done learning programming, you'll pick it up again. I don't know if you deserve it. That feels like a strong way to put it, but... there might be something the teasing is... I just want to make sure it's like... there isn't some experience like you drew something for someone and they were an absolute shitlord about it, and now it's just like... drawing feels bad, and everybody's like, Winter, why don't you draw? I want you to draw, and we're like just bringing up the memories of that. Good thing you'll never be done learning programming. Yeah, no, it's not that. You think? What do you mean you think? I just want Winter to draw in the VR chat drawing game. Yeah, Winter and Quick Draw is a good time. You've done it before, Winter, right? I feel like I've played it with you. I'm like, there's no way he hasn't been there for that a few times. That's what I thought. Just wanted to be sure.
Oh.
Come on. Come on, dude, get out of here. Go on, get. Oh, I waited for the babies, so I started early. There literally wasn't Chuck-kun. We literally didn't hit them. With the Snickers bar drawing, where you laughed your ass off. Climbing. What about climbing? My favorite part of Quick Draw was when I had to draw... Zoomy, I hate that clip. I hate that clip so much. Hi, non-dairy. So, I'm the lewd one. I'm always the one making lewd jokes, right? Zuby is playing Quick Draw. It's his turn. He draws cream pie. And he's not drawing, like, a pie with cream. He's literally drawing, like, a woman with fucking cum
Oh,
leaking.
God.
Which is like, this is not safe for Twitch, dude. What the fuck? And everybody gets it but me. And I'm sitting there like, I trust Zuby. He would never do this to Aiko, right? He would never draw sexually explicit things, so of course I'm not going to guess that, because who would do that to Aiko? Who would jeopardize his stream's, ability to stay live, ability to be reported? So I'm not even thinking of cream. I'm the only one that doesn't get it, and everybody's like, are you fucking serious? Are you, like, kidding right now? And I'm just like, what? I feel so disappointed in myself right now. Who if not Zuby? Zuby is the one that always switches to the slime girl avatar and starts making the boobs big and smaller, and it's like, don't do that on stream, dude. Come on. He's like, oh, okay. Then he does it next stream. I am absolutely throwing Zuby under the bus right now. We're almost there. There's the mountains.
You're close to done.
We're at 4.9. We definitely make it. Hey, man, I haven't done that in quite some time. That remind me. I'm getting a drink.
I mean, if you know where to look. There are a lot of them. And sometimes you even find them by accident. So it's like, It's VR chat after all. Also, Yulin, you're muted.
Thank you. They don't have a way to check every avatar in world. They used to. They used to get like 5 world submissions a day, and they could just pay somebody to like look through those worlds and check everything. They get a lot more submissions now. They get like 20 to 50 world submissions a day, and like dozens of updates for avatars that are uploaded. And so it's like, it's just physically impossible for them to check everything, avatar and world-wise. So they've moved away from, we need to vet everything. We need to like make sure everything checks out. To look, if you see something bad, report it. We'll go punish the person that uploaded it once we investigate it.
Well, one of my trackers is dead. Oh well.
Oh no. Yeah, I saw in the VR chat subreddit, there was a kid that, he must have been like 14, he was like, I found this avatar, and it had a panty selection in the expressions, and I clicked it, and I pulled my cock out. Am I gonna get banned? Somebody saw it, but it was only for like 2 seconds, and it was like, bro, report the avatar, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You need to remember that. It was so... That would be such a good bit. No, Winter, that would not be a good bit. Don't go pulling your cock out for 2 seconds on people's streets and be like, am I gonna get banned? I didn't know. Moist critical moment, he's pulling his cock out. It was a misinput. It was a misinput. Calm down. No, the crying part. If you can master, like, cartoon crying, it's really funny, Winter. I pull that shit out a lot. Now, I don't always pull it out to be funny. I pull it out to, like, guilt trip people and be an absolute shit of a friend. What do you consider cartoon crying? Crying that's somewhat clearly not real, but, like, kinda sounds real. Like, I would hope none of you thought I was actually crying there. But, like, it sounded like I was, you know, kind of crying a bit, right? What are we at? 5.1. We're golden. You reset your browser? Mm-hmm. Wait, what? Don't pull out your crying cockulin. Pixel. Bonk. Alright. So initially when I got here, I was like, okay, where do I end this video? I need to find, like, a tent that has a bed that I can end it in, but I need to be really careful to avoid all these mobs. Maybe I go for, like, the first tent I can see, instead of going for, like, one of the better tents in the back. And so I'm like, oh, geez, I gotta get around this guy. Maybe I'll go in that one at the top of the hill, the one I'm pointing to now. And then this guy fucking lands. This fucking bear druid who's like, I'm here to fucking pull everything! And I'm gonna kill it all! And I was like, alright, this guy's cleared the way for me. Let's fucking go. So, look at this fucking monster. He's got like 20 mobs on him, and he's just killing them all. You can't even see him. He's a bear druid. And he's just so surrounded, you cannot see him at all. He could take 5 orcs at once. Yeah, I think I saw, like, his right thigh in that just barely. Mass murder happening in the BG. Yulin just fucking up, fucking RP walking. There's so many times in the videos where, like, an event happens in Guild Wars 2, and somebody dies, and they're like, oh, engineer, save me! And I'm just like, bro, I got a video to make. You're on your own. And they're like, you can't just leave me on the ground here. Are you RP walking? You're not
Yes,
even
you can.
slowed. And I'm just like, yeah, you're out of my camera now. You don't exist anymore. I'm here to make videos to walk to, not to make friends or get fat loot. So yeah, we ended in this building. Would I stop to help you? How long have I been filming the video so far? Are we at 20 minutes, Winter, or were we at an hour and a half? If I stop it on right, but are we at like 20 minutes into a recording? Or are we at like an hour and a half? Uh, 5.2 miles. At least an hour? Like you'll suffer if you stop? I'd stop for you, Winter. I would stop recording for you. But you know what? I'm gonna guilt trip you about art for like a week about it. I'm gonna be like, you fucking owe me. I wanna see a picture of Aiko farting leaves on my desk, double spaced, double sided, laminated. You'll draw me in a bunny suit. The moment you draw me in a bunny suit, then I forget you ever ruined a video. And I just act as if you drew the bunny suit and like gifted me the ultimate present of all time. But until that art happens, I tell you about it every fucking day. Whoa, why do my trackers look off? They're just not in the right spot. Whatever. Shouldn't matter too much. Well, there we go. Oh yeah, don't look at me. Don't look at me while I'm changing my trackers. Don't look. It's embarrassing. Oh no. And I'll hype you up for it. But then it's just a bunny PJs drawing. I mean, honestly, I'd still be fucking down with bunny PJs. I would prefer, like, bunny suit, but art of me is art of me. Like Core, that druid can take so many dragons for once. Lost one. Where'd my rain go? There they are. We're gonna wait for rain to come back. And then we're going to, go to a comfier world. A bad dragon. We don't like bad dragon. That company sucks. Buy your lizard-shaped dildo somewhere else. You know, well, I'm gonna say it every time I see somebody talk about bad dragon, okay? He knows because every time he brings up bad dragon, I go, fuck bad dragon. They steal and they are shit. Oh, I should update the title now. That's what I should do. What did I say it was? 5.2? 5.2. It's 5.23, and I'm like, oh, I hate rounding down. I like it when I get to round up. Slash set title. Day 70. Holy shit, it's day 70 of... Day 70 of quawking. Probably not how you spell walking. 5.3 miles. And now we are at spell check. Updated title. Actually, you're rounding straight now down? Actually, what did you just say? Straight now down? So hi, I'm back. Your secondary GPU crashed? Oh. That's not good. Alright, I think rain's back. So we're gonna drop a portal. Oh, that's why I'm losing. Oh, no, not that one. We did that one recently. We did Sleepy Bubble. We did Secluded Beach. Oh, we haven't done... I don't think we've done Purple Paradise. Let's go!
Wow.
I hope work is going fast, West. I hope your third job is having a smooth day. Imagine uploading content that's good. Imagine uploading a 1-hour YouTube video without sound. Oh my god, that was fucking loud. Oh, we have been in Purple Paradise. We've been here. Dealing with kindergartners, but we Gucci. Me, that's me.
Wow.
We've been here. I didn't particularly like this world, so I'm just gonna set a portal down to
Yeah, but
one I like.
honestly, how?
How is there rain coming through?
It's not a solid roof.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Look from.
I have done the exact same thing where I was like, what the fuck? How's it going straight through the roof? And somebody was like, 'cause look at it. Alright, let's go to one of my favorites. We are going to go to the Lazy Leaf. I don't think I've been here. We're gonna try that one tomorrow. Where's my starry? Yeah. Invite plus drop portal. All right, here we go. Me, that's me. Oh, this is the cuddle room. The roof is made of paper. Packing up though, so I can actually watch stream rather than chase kids. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dealing with kindergartners. Ugh. That does not sound fun. What the? So we just spawned like outside in space. I think rain might have also. We're gonna be here. This looks fucking comfy. Shoes off. Grab these two things. Oh yeah, I refluffed my beanbag. Ugh. That was actually a whole ordeal. Because if you didn't know this, beanbags can be fucking heavy. Did you have problems joining?
Yeah, it put me in the arrow world.
Oh.
Like,
For me,
I loaded in, then it showed me you can't enter this world, boot me to the arrow world.
oh. For me, I was like 50 yards outside the bubble. Like I was just way out in space, just falling and watching the bubbles like, huh? And then and then I saw you standing in the middle, although you look short. And then you disappeared. Don't get you wrong, you love kids, but they are chaotic little shits. I don't like hate kids. I just want them to be over there while I'm not over there. Hi, exhibit. Did I fill it with garbanzo beans? No. That sounds vile. That sounds like that would smell really bad and attract a lot of bugs. This is why Yulin avoids me. Winter, you're not a kid. You're also probably at the age where you don't like hanging around little kids. Oh, 5.2 miles. I'm tired and I feel good. Plans for today.
Yeah, you did well.
Thank you. Plans for today. We're going to try and switch OBS platforms. And Baldur's with Lost One. And so... Oh, I need to go to the grocery store too. Fuck. Today's my last day of food. And I need to get new food, but more importantly, I need to look up a pressure cooker recipe. Kids already smell bad and attract flies. I remember being in 4th grade, and the teacher brought in like a guest speaker, and the guest speaker had like a 5-year-old kid, and she was like, "Oh, the 5-year-old can go sit with the 9-year-old. You know, they're not much that different age." And so this 5-year-old sits at our table. And I remember they sneeze, and they've just got 2 lines of snot going down their nose, like to their mouth. And they're not wiping it. They're just like, "Oh, I just have snot on my upper lip now. I don't notice this." I was just like, this thing is vile. This thing is disgusting. I don't ever want to be around one of these ever again. And since then, I've been like, I don't like being around little kids. Oh, they're gross. Hold on. If I take the pillow off and I do this, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, but now it's harder to read chat. Maybe if I put them here. Yeah, there I can read them.
Oh God.
Yeah, so in Stardew Valley, there's 12 people you can romance. And of the 6 girls, one of them is Penny. And she's like the teacher for the 2 kids in the village, Jazz and... I forget the girl's name. But, she's their teacher. And anytime you have a conversation with her, she talks about kids. And I remember finding her so obnoxious because all she ever did was talk about kids. And it's so funny because she's the only person in the game that has like an unrealistic negative response to something. So like you can say something and people might be like, "Oh, that's -5 affection or -50 affection." But if she's like, "What do you think about kids?" And if you say like, "I don't like kids and I never want to have kids," it's like -10,000 opinion of you for her. And it's it could literally take you from like 8 hearts to like 2 hearts and just undo so much progress with her. But like, oh my god. Her personality is, I like kids and I want to have kids. I am woman and my job is to have kids. And I found her really annoying because of that. Did you ever play Stardew Rain?
Did I stay Stardew Valley? I think, but not for long. Because the person I was playing with, we kind of stopped at some point, and it's like,
I was going to play with friends, but I didn't understand the game that well, so I was like, I'm going to play it solo and learn all the systems first. And I ended up becoming so addicted, I just went like 100 hours deep really fast. It was like 5 hours a day that I was playing. It honestly feels like it was way more. I'm surprised when I look at my Stardew Valley time and it only says 130 hours, because I would have thought it was like 200 to 300 with how much time I spent. on this solo run. And what's funny is I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm talking to those friends. I'm like, hey, I've been playing solo. I understand a bit more. It gets a little overwhelming when you get to Ginger Island. And all these people that I thought were like super veterans that have played for years, they're like, what the fuck is Ginger Island? And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I have played too much and need to slow down because I'm the one who is the veteran now. Oops. But my first time I romanced Shane. And I did it wholly for the joke, because he's the alcoholic that's just a complete asshole. And I loved asking people like, hey, who did you marry in Stardew? And they were like, oh, I married this person. And I'd be like, oh, that's cool. They always say Leia or Sebastian. And I'd be like, I married Shane. I can fix him. And they're like, what the fuck, Euland? Spoiler alert, you do fix him in his storyline. He does quit drinking and becomes really nice. But they don't update his room, so he, like, still has beer cans all over it. You married Shane also, Spacefish? Oh, you're fucked up like me. You probably married him just for the chickens. I could see Spacefish being like, blue chickens are super cute, and I want weird blue chickens. I married him just to say I could fix him, and he doesn't hit me that hard anymore. Just so people would be like, what the fuck, Euland? Every time you try to go for someone else, you feel like you're cheating. I honestly feel like I'd get that also. You love bringing him pizza to work? My go-to is chili peppers. I had a bunch of chili peppers, and I'd give him 2 of those every week. And he was like, this is for me? For real, dog? I love you, bro. And it's like, it's literally just a chili pepper. Okay, hell yeah. I hate Spacefish. I absolutely hate that you marry him and he gets the room in your farm and it's still just covered in beer cans and like the mud tracks. And it's like, he doesn't drink anymore. He's literally not an alcoholic. Come back.
I might have clicked something.
Oh. You fed his addiction? Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love that video of the guy making sandwich for his friend. Winter knew which one I was referencing. Man was my beer bro. Hell yeah. Thinking about which ones I actually like, because if it wasn't for the joke of like I can fix him, he doesn't hit me that hard anymore, I probably wouldn't go for Shane. I think Elliot's pretty great. Elliot's literally only ever nice to you, and when you get him to 8 hearts, he makes a move. Instead of you being like going for the kiss, Elliot's the one who goes in for the kiss, and that's fucking great. He doesn't hit me that hard anymore. It's so bad, Winter. It's such a bad joke, and I really shouldn't be making it, but it's fucking, that's my dark humor coming out. It's just the twist. I think Ellie is pretty great. For the girls, I don't think there's actually a girl that I'm like, oh my god, she's perfect. In Stardew Expanded, there's a few of them like, oh, this one's perfect. There's a fucking MILF that's pretty great. You think Penny is the best? Zuvi, did you hear what I was saying 5 minutes ago? Because I cannot stand Penny. She is one of the worst girls, in my opinion. You could never hit Euland unless he asked for it. I thought you would like the cosplayer the best. No, I wasn't here. So exhibits in Stardew Valley Expanded, they add 6 more people to romance, I think. And one of them is a MILF. One of them is like, she has a son your age, but you can romance her, and it's pretty fucking great. Worse than Haley? Okay, there's 3 girls that I'm like, these 3 are bottom barrel. There's Haley, Emily, and Penny. Haley is like the Valley girl who's like, "Oh, I didn't like this thing you did. Now you're in the doghouse." And I fucking hate that. Some guys really like that. Some girls probably like it too. But I can't stand that type of relationship. Emily is just weird. She's like into crystal rock tarot readings, and I think a lot of this is fun. Like, I have friends that they do tarot card readings, but they don't take it seriously, right? They just have fun with it. She's like, "I read your future in the crystals. The parrots are my friends." And I'm like, all right, Emily's fucking kind of weird. Emily is the one with the blue hair. Abigail is the purple hair. Abigail is the gamer that likes to be a strong, independent woman and go into the mines herself. And so, Abigail's... I kind of like Abigail. Emily is just like... Emily's the one that believes in, like, soap on a rope for good luck, and you need to be... Don't take real medicine. You need to take, like, these herbal oil and rub them on your skin. Emily's like that to me. Maru's a little bit weird, but she's just a nerd. Here's Takeru. Hi. Here's the problem with Penny, Zooey. You cannot have a conversation where she doesn't talk about kids. Every single conversation with Penny is just, do you like kids? Do you want kids? I want to have kids. And it's like, can we talk about anything other than kids? No? Okay, it's just kids for you. And like, I find Penny really, because like, I don't want kids. Kids are a big responsibility. They're a lot of effort. They're a lot of like time. And that's literally what I feel like I don't have enough of. And I want all the time to myself to be like, not have responsibilities. But Penny, she just won't stop talking about kids. It's all she ever goes on about. Takeru is a mega cutie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so Zuvi, you're keeping real life and Stardew separate. You're looking at Penny and being like, oh, she's got real benefits. There's like actual good stuff about Penny. Whereas I'm like thinking about like, is this somebody... I know it's a game, but I'm thinking about like, would I like someone like this in real life? And if I don't want kids, I feel like somebody that literally won't stop talking about kids is annoying. If it was real life, I wouldn't romance anyone. I guess, Zuby, but I feel like we're talking about, like, do you like them or not? Which I guess you can put in game terms of, like, oh, I like Abigail because she actually goes into the mines and helps you fight monsters. It's like, I guess, but I feel like what I'm asking is, do you like them as a person? Do you think this character is neat in a sense like that? I'm not specifically asking, like, pros and cons for meta gameplay. It's Zuby Core to think about them in terms of functionality. It really is, Winter. Min-maxing partners. It really is. Although, hang on, Zuby. If that's all you care about, then you gotta look at the dudes too, because they've gotta have some great benefits. At least she already knows her way with kids. True. No, you don't really. Would have to do that. I refuse. You're inconsistent, Zuby. You're inconsistent. That's all there is to it. Zuby, I'm canceling you on Twitter. What do you mean, why? You're sitting here like, I don't care about, how they would actually be in real life. It's a game. It's all about functionality. But then you're like, but no dudes. So how smexy does a bunny Yulin look like? Freya, if you would like to know, we have a channel in the Discord called Neat Stuff. And there's a post from Spacefish there with multiple versions. Zooey, your German efficiency is showing. I mean, it's higher on my priority list. In an in-game partner, first point is not in the Discord yet, gender. I'm just saying, Zooey, you're waffling. You're like, oh, I only want girls because, I wouldn't want a guy in real life. But also, I don't care what they're like. I just want the stats, Penny gives me an apple pie, which is +3 speed in dungeons, instead of Abigail, who gives you fucking sandwiches, which is only +2 speed. Sorry, can't chat. On your way to next job. Bye, Wes. Drive safe. Or I hope the bus rides go fast. I don't know. Your form of transportation. You never romanced a Max? So you don't even know what you get? They'll give you, like, they'll give you food now and then. And there's different qualities of food, right? So, one of them might have, like, mid food, one of them might have great food. They also typically unlock something. I forget what a lot of them unlock, but Shane unlocks blue chickens. So if you romance Shane, you can start getting blue chickens on your farm. Are they different in any way? No. Hi, Nutty. You like Leia? Then I put the mod to make them a Fox Wolf Girl to make them look like Hollow. Nutty, I read that first part and I was like, wow, that's a kind of boring take for Nutty. Because, like, Leia's the popular one that everybody goes for. And then I read the second half, I'm like, there it is. You don't bother with romance usually. Usually too busy automating everything. You went for Leia. I'm sorry. If you went for Leia or you went for Sebastian, I mean, they're the popular ones. They're the ones that everyone goes for. And I'm just like, I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with them, but I'm going to say it. I think it's a little boring. You went for Takaru? Understandable. You also really like Abby? I really liked Abigail's mom. I think her name is Caroline. Wow. Their white bread sandwich.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And man, do I fucking love white bread. If you could go for anyone, who would you go for? I go for Abigail usually because goth girls with dyed hair. Yeah. I thought Caroline was really cool. The Abigail's mom with green hair. And then I saw some of the interactions between her and Abigail. I was like, oh, I don't like Caroline. I don't like her at all. There is a very obvious choice that is a correct choice. Where if you could go for anyone in the game, this single person is the correct choice and everyone else becomes an incorrect choice. And that is Sandy. Sandy is fucking magical. No, there's a few good choices. I would go for Sandy, though. Sandy looks like a great fucking time. Let's see. If you could go for anyone, Who's typically off the table? The bartender. The bartender would be a pretty good choice. That guy's genuinely a good person. Krobus is also a good choice. You don't know how you feel about squirrels. They're not a squirrel. The wizard is romanceable in Expanded. However, I feel like there's a lot of red flags with that guy. It's like, one, he's centuries old, and I don't like that much of an age difference. Two, his whole storyline revolves around his ex-wife. So he's got fucking shit going on. They a wizard for a reason. And I'm not saying wizards don't deserve love. But like, I don't know. The way he talks to you, it's definitely like I'm 500 years old and I have nothing to learn from you. You are at most an errand boy to me. Which is like, yeah, okay, I don't see you as a romanceable person either. Damn, dude. Trying to think if there's anyone else that's like, oh man, this person's absolutely fucking great. But they're not romanceable in vanilla. I think it's just Sandy and Krobus that I would really add. Krobus is a goofball. He's just a good person. But Sandy's like, she's wonderful. This is too comfy. This is actually too comfy.
You're about to fall asleep again.
I am. I'm kind of getting there. I'm like falling asleep. I've got a re-fluffed up beanbag, so it's like softer than usual. I open my eyes and I see my head on your shoulder. I'm like, oh fuck. I should raid somebody. Who is even live right now?
Oh, I see a few people.
There are a few people, damn. Lele's doing her subathon. So we're gonna go to Lele. Putting on cowgirl outfit. We are definitely going to Lele. No, I saw putting on cowgirl outfit. It's like we have a winner. We'll get Hunt another time. I don't think I've raided Lele before. And so nap time for Euland. I mean, yeah. Yeah. And there we go. All right. Coming over here. I also don't get to raid Lele that much because she's typically not live at this time. I don't think I've ever seen her live at this time. Alright, Pog. Ow! Fucking had a hair caught in my headset. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. We went 5.2 miles. I haven't weighed myself in a few days. I should do that. I'll probably weigh myself and like put it in the Discord. See you tomorrow or later this day, whatever comes first. Thanks for streaming. Yeah. I'll probably record a video super late at night in the Discord again. This one should be shorter though. Oh my god. Yesterday took me so long to record just because the place was so big. Or you can make the weighing like a special event. Well, I could bring the like scale down here and weigh myself. I might do that when my parents go to when they go to Florida. I might just move it down here and be like at the start of or at the end of every walk just weigh myself. That I kind of like that idea. Oh, my left hand feels really crunchy from the way I hold it on the treadmill. But yeah, we're going to Lele. Oh, I didn't even open her stream. Let's see where she's at. Oh my goodness. She's modeling. I love you, bye.